Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. If my previous subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So this video is just for entertainment, for educational purposes only as well. If you want to help out the channel, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, engaging with the content, sharing this video with others. Really help boost the algorithm here on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all notifications so you can be notified when I do anything on the channel. And if you feel like YouTube is not notifying you enough, go into the comment section below or the description. Follow my Blue Sky account and my Facebook group, and I will personally notify you when I do post and upload a video next. Anyway, this video, like I said, is just for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes only as well. I'm recording this video on Sunday, August 24th at 2:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as of when I'm recording this specific video. Yes, it is midnight. Yes, it is late into the night. I just got done recording, matter of fact, a video on Trump's death, a Happy Death Day series. As we get closer to his death, what seems to be the inevitable is coming. And so I wanted to make sure I do that video. There will be a part 2 video coming soon to that video. It can be more tarot card based and everything like that. This one was more talking about the story, explaining everything, not that a lot of events have come to fruition. But anyway, besides the point, in this specific video, I'm going to be talking about an interaction with the angel of death. I don't know how they identify gender or energetically, whether they are masculine or feminine, so I'm just going to call them they until I get confirmation from them. But I have a very beautiful experience with the angel of death. A lot of people for the longest time have been very scared of death. They're afraid of the angel of death because oftentimes in modern interpretation they depict the angel of death as evil and demonic or the Grim Reaper or stuff like that. But I hate to break your bubble here. I hate to break that interpretation for you guys. But the angel of death is not a bad thing. It's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This will probably be one of the best people that you will want to help guide you to the next path, to the next forward, into your next afterlife, is what I meant to say. But today's point of today's video is me interact with the angel of death to understand what is it going to be like for Donald Trump on the other side. What's it going to be like? And so I asked the angel of death, is it okay if I do a video with them? And they said, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to call him the angel of death. And how am I going to do it? I'm going to listen to the Akashic Records meditation playlist through my hearing aids. And I'm going to get into a meditative trance. And I'm going to clairaudiently hear from my right ear any message that I get. And I'm just going to interpret it like an interpreter, repeat what I'm hearing to you. Or they might even just channel through me directly to you. I don't know how it's going to play out. But regardless, sit back, enjoy, and I hope you guys let me know in the comment section below. I'm not going to remember this experience. I'm not going to even remember recording this video. But it is an experience for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. Be kind. But before we do begin, I do bring them, and I do want to tell you a little bit of this background story of a beautiful experience that I had with the angel of death. I mentioned this a few times on the channel, but I haven't done a full video dedicated to the angel of death just yet. It will be coming eventually when the time is right. But I was one day sitting down with a client, and one of my clients ended up, something came about. I don't know how it came about, but we came about after sitting with my client for a while about her baby, specifically her miscarriage. She never got to hold the baby because when the baby was born, due to the miscarriage, it was already dead upon arrival. So she never really got to have that mother interaction, that motherly instinct with the skin-to-skin contact with the baby. And so even though on a conscious level she healed from that, she was not burdened by it. But subconsciously, that is what she needed. And when I met the angel of death for the very first time, I remember going to a Porsche. And we were in like a different dimensional plane, both of me and her. And I remember seeing my third eye being on a Porsche, right? It was like dark navy blue. And there was a door there, but we didn't have to go into the door. And there was like a Porsche. And there was a rocking chair. And there was a couple of like outdoor setups. And somehow she was standing in front of the door, closer kind of to the right of the door, where the rocking chair was. And she just standing there, it's hanging out, chilling, if you will. And the angel of death comes up. Not as, threatening or not as something that to harm. But this is the first time I've ever seen it. he hands her a lotus, a flower, right? A white lotus flower. He hands it to her. And she feels this immense joy, this immense healing. That little lotus, that flower that he gave her, that blossom, was the son that she could have had. The son that died in the miscarriage. And at that moment, I realized the angel of death not only controls death, but what happens after, it can also create life. He's the one who guides you into this lifetime, and he's also going to be the one to take you out with him. He is the creator of life and death. And it was one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen, because this is from the kindness of this individual, the spirit heart. He brought a flower to heal somebody else. He didn't have to do that. But he did this, well, they did this out of their own aspiration to be good, to be kind. And it's saying here that spirit, you don't have to ever be afraid of spirit. You don't have to be afraid of the angel of death. There's nothing to be afraid of, because they're always on your side. And that is one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen a spirit have done directly. They healed her. She didn't ask for healing. She didn't need it. She was mentally healed. But the angel of death gave her the opportunity to hold her baby boy. They gave her the opportunity. Even though the baby boy was already reincarnating into his new lifetime, he took the energy and he gave her that motherly feeling, that motherly love. There's nothing to be afraid of. I wanted you to tell you that. I really want you to know that. I have a feeling some of you guys are afraid of the angel of death, or you might see it in a negative way. There's nothing to be afraid of. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's begin. I'm going to do a psychic channeling on the with the angel of death to get whatever messages I can get from this, and then that would be all for today's video. So enjoy, sit back and watch. Okay? I'm gonna hold this crystal. I'm also gonna hold the heart, and we're going to try to see if we can channel down some health. Where is he going? But we're first gonna bring in the angel of death. Angel of death, are you here with me still? Hi. Thank you for coming. So you're wondering about the health of the president. I know this is not a tarot card reading. Normally, I do a tarot card reading for this. But I figured I'd try something a little bit different. As you know, I'm very love to do that. So I was wondering if I can seek your message, your guidance on President Trump. Yeah. Okay. So they're saying that they plan to help us. They plan to enlighten us. They give us a sense of awareness and understanding of the situation at whole. Okay. Are you ready? They're saying that Donald Trump is laying down on a cardboard box. And I see him like laying down, and he is stretching his right arm, and his leg is full extended, and it makes a shape of a triangle. And he's doing that in both directions, like he's exercising on a cardboard box. Why is he doing that? I feel like he needs to push the back of his spine, where his hips is, up and up. And he's struggling. His legs are lifting. But his arms, his body, his chest, his head is so much sucked down to the ground while his legs are lifting. I feel like his situation with his legs it's very severe. It's very, what would you say? It's very critical. It's almost like it's floating on air. It's almost like he's dying, like from his leg, like it's trying to pull him, but his chest, his like arms, and his like head is like so heavy that he cannot be lifted right now. But his legs are already high up in the ground, high off the ground. His hip is going with it, which tells me that he probably fell and probably sprinted or sprained his hip in some way. I see injury here. I see him now laying down with his legs lifted, expanded in the air, and him going like this, going like that with his arms. He now went into a new motion. And that is telling me that he's saying no. He's saying no. But what else could this mean, Angel of Death? I'm hearing he's not himself. He's not himself. He's not himself. Okay. Why is Donald Trump still alive? They're saying, obviously, it makes complete sense, but they're saying that Donald Trump is still alive because his heart is still beating. Okay, well, everybody's heart is always beating, so can you give us a little bit more information on his heart situation? Is there anything wrong with it, or is he in pristine health in relation to his heart? He is not in, he is not in good health in relation to his heart. He has a blockage in his right aorta. Now, hold on. He has a blockage in his right aorta vein. I guess it's like the right atrium, I think is what he's trying to say. Like in the heart, like on the right side, there's a block. I'm seeing a lot of darkness, like a black circle, and there's a block. There's a block. Okay, what about Donald Trump's mental state? Not aware. Not aware. Not aware. Does Donald Trump have a functional brain? Does Donald Trump have a functional brain? No. Why does Donald Trump not have a functional brain? Why does Donald Trump not have a functional brain? I'm seeing skulls in my third eye right now. Like I'm seeing them in multiple different directions. Why? Why does Donald Trump not have a brain? I'm hearing Donald Trump does not have a brain because of his heart. Are you saying that his heart is going to lead to a possible stroke or even better yet, the dying of brain tissue? Yes. 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 Had Donald Trump had this stroke already? Not the big one, no. But had he had strokes in the past? Yes. He had 3 within the past 7 years. And how many have he had recently? 1. And how many had he had since taking office? 2. So you're saying that within the last 7 years, Donald Trump had 1, but when it came to this year in particular, or during his presidential term, he had 2. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. How much time does Donald Trump have left? We cannot disclose this. We cannot disclose this. We cannot disclose this. Why can't you not disclose it? It's out of bounds. It's out of bounds. It's out of bounds. You cannot ask that question. Okay. Okay, so if I can't ask that question, what can I ask? Well, here's what we can tell you. Donald Trump, the one you see, is not alive. But you just said you cannot disclose his death date. Oh, absolutely, with certainty. You can. You can. You can. You can. Why can't you disclose that? We can't disclose that. But even though Donald Trump is dead, his soul is still here. His energy is still here. His people keep him here. Even though Donald Trump is dead, in theory, in hindsight, his people believe in him. They trust in him. They know him. And because of that, the only thing keeping him here is the energy. The energy makes him stronger. The energy heals him. So although, if just say, for example, Donald Trump did not have the space, or his people stop believing him, or stop supporting him, he becomes sicker, weaker, more deadly, more zombie-like, because, like we said before, he is dead. The only thing keeping him alive is energy, belief, support. And as long as his supporters provide him an enormous amount of energy, he will remain alive. He will remain alive. He will remain alive. Donald Trump's life is solely dependent on energy, siphoning energy off of those who give it to him. Off of those who give it to him. Off of those who give it to him. Donald Trump is dead. He has always been dead. He has been replaced multiple times, where the energy has oftentimes made him more lucrative, more younger, but yet older. That is why when you look at photos of Donald Trump, the photos are inconsistent with one another. That is because energy alters an individual's perspective and outlook on life. And also, it is manifested oftentimes more than not into the reality of our soul existence. It manifests into the reality of our skin, the way that you guys perceive us, the way you look at us, the way you understand us, the way you see us. That is why Donald Trump is the way he is. Donald Trump is a vampire. He is an energy vampire. He sucks the energy out of all things that provide him energy. That is why he is as powerful as he is. Because despite his supporters supporting him with energy, those who stand against him also provide their energy to him. Donald Trump is a very powerful entity to be reckoned with. Donald Trump is extraterrestrial. He is supernatural in all forms. Donald Trump is supernatural. That is why the world struggled with who he is, because he is beyond the human realm. He is beyond the human flesh, because he is something more evilish, more devilish. That is why we can no longer talk about this subject, because I am revealing too much information to you at this time. So I will leave this body now by I'm lost for words. I am lost for words. This was not what I expected to hear. This is not expected what I thought it was going to be. There was a lot of movement on my neck, and I'm going to be honest with you, my neck feels great. I've been having a lot of really bad neck pain for years, and whatever movement that they were doing actually really made my neck feel great. But anyway, I used the heart, which is the rose crystal, and the skull, which is the heart crystal. So I did this with good intention because I used the heart, which represents the love, right, the rose quartz, and I used the skull, which has the two hearts on it, representing love with good intentions, right? And ironically, I would listen to the music as I was channeling the angel of death. I actually find it a little bit unnerving. It makes a lot of sense now. A lot of stuff that we talked about, how Donald Trump might be playing with black magic, or has pretty much played with black magic, but has just been confirmed by the angel of death for entertainment, educational purposes only as well, that Donald Trump is more than just human. He is more than just human. He is supernatural. And you can kind of see throughout the whole process that my voice, my volume, my tone, the way I spoke was drastically different. You guys let me know what you guys think of today's video. I haven't done something like this in quite a while. I kind of haven't done it in a couple of years, so this is kind of like a revisitation. This is probably the most intense, if you will. But I really want to know all your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm going to try to rewatch this video on my own time because I don't really know too much about what was said. That's why I can't go over the information, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have any memory. I only vaguely remembered the last little bit of it. It was about the supernatural part, and that's all I heard, and that was really much it. I didn't really hear anything else. So they were obviously in me talking to you guys directly, and I asked my guys any messages from within me and outward to my subscribers, maybe up the light, with the light, and only is light, nothing less, nothing more. I only asked Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael to make sure that that message stayed true. So, there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. And this is the Angelite crystal, or Celestialite, if you will. Angelic realm. Alright guys, I love you. Have a great night. And this is Sel tonight. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Love you.